Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cashback. Hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of season 2 here in the RTG. In the last one, the title race very much intensified and we find ourselves 12 points clear of now Forest Green in third, but the title race itself is still as hot as ever. Just the 2 points between ourselves and MK Dons. They beat us yesterday. We could have extended the lead to 8 points from 5 and it narrowed to 2 from 5 and has remained so since that point, with MK Dons basically matching our results on the way through. We're going to play Bristol Rovers today. Then we're going to play Yeovil, and we'll also play Swindon at the end because they are also one of the better sides in the division, chasing an automatic promotion spot, just 4 points off themselves of Forest Green, who currently sit in that third spot. We're missing a couple of players. Hill's out for 2 months. Bogle is going to be out for 3 weeks, and Penny's out suspended for this first game. So a little bit of rotation needed, but other than the Yeovil game in a couple of weeks' time, we should be able to field a full-strength side, other than the 2 injuries, for every single game. So we shall auto-replace, and I'll sort the team out, and then we'll go and play. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Of course, as always, there'll be an episode of the Achieve and Leave series later on this evening, so keep your eyes peeled for that about 6 o'clock. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Bristol Rovers away from home. There you go. Into Vargas, around the corner to Amu, who will immediately look to send Sabi through. He should keep this in, Sabi, and has done well to do so. And the cross is decent, but doesn't beat the man in the middle to reach a teammate. They're 4th here, Bristol Rovers. We've got had games against 2nd and 3rd in yesterday's episode, and now we're playing 4th. And we've obviously Swindon to come at the end of the episode as well, so we're really playing all of the teams around us at the minute, and to be coming away with not necessarily amazing wins, but that was terrible, but to be coming away with as few defeats as possible is very, very important. We only lost to MK Dons so far. We've been able to win or draw the other games that we've been playing against the league's best teams. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to keep that up today and get a win or a draw here. Preferably win, obviously. We'll look to send Sabi away, but Upson intercepts. Blair into Riley. Pass to Upson, given away. Howison forward. Amu into Vargas. Looks for Sabi. On a bit of a goal drought with a minute, Sabi, but now is a great opportunity to end that, and he's done so in style. Smacking it into the top corner. Back on the score sheet for the first time in 4 or 5 games, I think, for Sabi, which is, well, a lull on recent form, on overall form for this season. Not too much of a surprise, but I'm really pleased with how he's taken that, emphatically smacking it home into the roof of the net. We shall take his 12th goal of the league season and hope that at the very least it'll be enough to give us a 1-0 win. If not, it'll kickstart a much bigger victory. Vargas. Out to Dickinson on a driving side. Oh, I was hoping to drive inside with his first touch. Unfortunately, he took a touch to control it, and that ruined it. But Vargas played through. Rodrigo Vargas in the box. Vargas! Oh, unlucky, but Amu tucks it home. Onside, David Amu. He very nearly missed that. I had nothing to do with Amu taking that shot. That was automatically done for me. Decent finish. Great reactions. Vargas set through. I wanted to turn on to his right, which we did. Oh, actually, I didn't get the chance to do that. I thought he'd taken a touch and then looked to finesse it. A move with the... Well, he's just... as long as he gets some time, it actually wasn't as close to not scoring as it looked from the initial angle. When it went into the side netting, I thought, oh, we nearly missed that. But actually, from the angle he took the effort at, and from that replay, you can see it basically went through the middle of the goal. It just ended up in the side netting by the time it hit the actual net itself. So a comfortable finish for David Amu. A comfortable 2-0 lead for us here against Bristol Rovers. We beat them last time we played them. It does look like we're going to be beating them again. Sabi, if he can get away here, might even be getting us a 3rd goal. Looking to accelerate and use that pace. Got Vargas arriving. Rodrigo Vargas. It is 3. We are certainly stamping our authority in this fixture now. Into Amu. Looking for Sabi. Are we in for a 4th? I'll look for Vargas. Oh, the keeper just stood his ground. I thought he was going to go to ground there, so I committed to the chip, and he ran at me and then just stopped. Bristol Rovers have fallen apart. Much as we've been saying, Notts County have crumbled in their attempts for promotion, Bristol Rovers have crumbled in their attempt to try and stay in this game in this first half. They're having a good season, Bristol Rovers, but in both games against us, they've been particularly poor. Lamel to Upson to Matty Blair. Oh, that's a very important block from Freyler, because there was someone in the middle there that was unmarked, that was just waiting to nod that home. It's done brilliantly there, Sabi. We'll get it into him again, and Amu's free on this far side, and this should be 4 now. David Amu. I couldn't not. I just had to make sure. Vargas gets to 4th. After yesterday's episode where I had chance after chance, but was so desperately inaccurate with the majority of my shooting and couldn't seem to score more than 1 goal a game, this is so refreshing. So refreshing. This is exactly what we needed to give us the confidence that we can win this league title fight. A 4-0 lead here. I was going to say a 4-0 win, but there's still time to score more goals. There's still time for Bristol Rovers to put it back, of course, at least a little bit. But a 4-0 lead inside an hour against a fellow promotion-chasing team is certainly a big confidence boost. Riley. Out to Matty Blair. Cannoning of Jake Carroll. Unorthodox from Howison, but it worked, so we won't be too judgmental. Vargas play that through the gap beautifully for David Amu. Racing away, I could sweat it again. This time I'll shoot and wish that I squared it. Amu missing the opportunity. Dickinson with the corner. Oh, Vargas is never going to win a header like that, is he? Can we keep that in with Dickinson? We can. Get it there to Howison. Drop the shoulder. He's left-footed, but we'll try it with his right. Deflected. And over the bar. Corner to come in from Dickinson. And Sabi's up. Sabi's wide. Bristol Rovers have just lacked any sort of attacking intent throughout. They just keep lumping crosses in, and it's just not working. Their game plan was completely wrong for this one. Again, another hoofed-in cross. And eventually the referee, another ball into the middle. Eventually the referee will blow his whistle. I'm just going to smack this. There we go. A 4-0 victory against Bristol Rovers. They were nowhere near good enough the first time we played them. And they were even worse this time around. A 3-0 lead at half-time. Confirmed by a 4th early on in the second. MK Dons draw, which means we will extend our gap at the top of the table. That's exactly what we needed. That's a... Will we? Or they must have played a game more. No. So why is it only... It said they drew 0-0, didn't it? Could have sworn that said that MK Dons drew 0-0, and they weren't level on points with me. I must have misread. I must have misread because they got a 3-0 victory, MK Dons, so they are still just 2 points behind us. Again, we're going to have to replace Hill in the middle, but Bogle is back from injury, which is good news. He picks himself a yellow card up after a minute, but David Amu gives us a 1-0 lead not long after. Back from injury and booked inside 60 seconds. Amu again with another. Scored a number of goals for us this season, David Amu. He's been very good. His pace is just so effective at this level that you can't rule him out for a long-term spell at the club, even though he's only 64 rated. It's a thumping 4-0 win. That's 8 goals in 2 games. We haven't done that for a while, to be completely honest. And we have now got a bit of a gap to MK Dons, but they have themselves a game in hand, so we shall wait and see. Can't train there because Bogle's injured. And let's do Mancini then. Right, up next, a game played against Yeovil. Anthony. So for the forward there into Santos. The chance for a league down the line to Fisher. Here, but they had to work hard for the wide to Brown. Halliday with the tackle. Given away. Back to Brown again. Down the line there to Ojo. Cross comes in. It's decent. Zoko. Side netting only for Zoko. Halliday. Intercepted well. Ojo into Brown. Quarter Zoko's going to go back to Brown over the bar. Yeovil carving me apart on a couple of occasions so far in this game. We are a weaker team for this one, but still, I would like to come away with a victory. It might be. I was meant to go to the right back. It may be one of the more frustrating games to play, this one, because of the lesser quality we have on the field. But hopefully we can still get Uno with a header. Oh, just wide. Hopefully we can still get the victory we're looking for. Oh, look at that. It just didn't quite bend enough. There you go. To Giovanni Brown. Vargas made the run. I'll poke it on out wide to Uno. He'll turn inside. There's a lot of defenders back here, but we'll find Vargas and he'll look to bend it. Oh, so unfortunate not to give us a 1-0 lead. That was a great strike from Rodrigo Vargas. That's the closest either side have come to a goal so far. That was absolutely brilliant from Rodrigo Vargas. Out of his feet and looking to bend it home. Sabi did score a chance like that a couple of episodes ago. But on this occasion, it's not into the back of the net. Uno, though, in the box here. Could look to find a teammate. And now...
Defence open and the scoring should have been opened. Head in hands, getting some stick off the crowd there. Well, that is half-time. And the score is 0-0 here.
How's he missed that then?
Well, he's been in the game, hasn't he?
Out wide to Bradley Halliday. Inside there to Giovanni Brown. Vargas is available. Uno's making moves, but here's Giovanni Brown looking to cut back inside on his left foot, but Ojo defends it brilliantly. And then a couple of quick passes, and they're already in behind my defensive line, or midfield line, sorry, and attacking my defensive line. Green with a lovely turn. In there to Dalmeida. He strikes it, but Mitov holds on. Oh, frantic start to the second half. We'll see if it continues. It surely can't at this tempo. Giovanni Brown to Vargas. Gets caught in possession, but we will get it out here to Bradley Halliday. Then go down the line here to David Amu. Problem is I haven't got really many very tall players in the box to aim for. We'll find Giovanni Brown, who lets it hit him. That's superb. Thank you, Tev. Just react to the ball, mate. That would be great. Absolutely superb if you could do that. Just acknowledge that there is a football and you are on a field of play. And you never know, we might actually score a goal before the end of this game. Oh, Jesus. I was really hopeful about Giovanni Brown in this save. I'm so frustrated because he's so good in real life. But for me, in this save, he's been so woeful. Hopefully Mitov is putting in a decent performance in goal. Let's see if all the changes that are going through now can actually make the difference. Halliday brings that down. Suarez Garcia will knock that in front of Vega there in the middle. And Sabi's through that gap. Sabi, tried to squeeze it to Vargas, but didn't have the physicality to hold off the defender to maybe have a chance of his own, nor the composure to make the pass when he needed to. Vargas out wide to Suarez Garcia, looking to drive around the outside, which he's done very well indeed. The cross in is decent. It won't reach Sabi, and it's cleared away, and Dalmeida will clear the lines properly for Yeovil. Halliday wins it back again. Oh, wide back heel that to the man in the middle when I told you to play it down the line. Some frustrating moments in this game. Really should have come away with a victory from this. Oh, and we're going to come away with defeat. Finish. Absolute finish. Yeovil 1, Cambridge 0 with the last kick of the game from Francois Zoko. That's devastating. Right then, home game against Gillingham next. MK Dons can go above us in the league now if they win their game in hand. That last minute winner for Yeovil might put a significant dent in our title hopes. It just dropped for Zoko and he smashed it home. It's a gutting moment. Sabi gives us a 1-0 lead here against Grimsby after 20 minutes, and we have to hope that we can hold on to that or build it yet further. Doesn't matter if we beat teams by 4-0 or 1-0, we only get 3 points. And if MK Dons match our 4-0 wins with 1-0 wins, they still sit 2 points behind us. We get a 2-0 win against Grimsby, which will maintain the gap at the top. But MK Dons do still have 2 games in hand now, and the gap is 5 points. So there is plenty opportunity for them to go top again. I have been disappointed with Edwards so far. I do want to say that as well. Oscar Hill certainly had a much more enthusiastic, much more emphatic impact on the first team, even at such a low rating, that it means that Edwards is really coming across as not as good a talent. We are now second in the league as MK Dons have won both of their games in hand. And we're also without a few key players for the game against Swindon due to international breaks. The plot thickens. Here's McGlashan. Inside to Doty, across to Woolery. Well held by Hughes. His first opportunity in a Cambridge United shirt since being brought to the club. Obviously an understudy to Mitov, but he is the same rating as Dimitar Mitov and has great potential, the youngster. So we'll wait and see how well he does. He's actually made a couple of impressive saves so far, although a couple of them weren't necessarily that noteworthy in the grand scheme of things. And Sabby takes it off the head of Dickinson and heads wide. That's frustrating. 10 minutes to go till half time. Could really do with a win now that we've dropped out of first place. Could really do with all of my missing players being available again too. But we'll have to wait and see what happens between now and the end of the season. Get that around the corner there to George Maris, who will look for Brendan Dickinson, who's in the box, who turns well, who looks late inside again to Maris, but cannot be found. Penny with the throw. There's Dickinson. Inside is Vega. Look to, well, that was meant to go to Sabby, but never mind. Here's a move then. A little bit of footwork. Trying to... Free kick given. Did get nudged there as he was in the process of doing the skill move. It's telling me how to take free kicks again. Brennan Dickinson stood over it. 66 free kick accuracy. Actually, Penny has better free kick accuracy, so we'll give it to him. The left back doesn't score many goals for me, but I'm not sure if he has scored a goal for me. And he very nearly did there. Dickinson forward to George Maris, back to Dickinson. Just looking for a little bit of space, just for one chance to maybe get ourselves a 1-0 lead here. Sabby on the edge of the box. Sabby, that's a terrible shot. He's got right underneath it and just scoops it into the keeper's arms. Penny cuts inside. Nicely done by the left back. I'm just standing up looking for a move at the back post. Can't challenge for the header. Ostebe gets to that first. It will drop free to Vega. We'll try and go to Amu again, which we've done well. And around the corner here, George Maris in the box. Maris, good save by Vizaru and hacked away. Just won't go in for me at the minute. Move down the line for Bogle. Jaden Bogle on the overlap. Driving forward well. Into the middle. Oh, I just won't reach anyone. Win that header and get it to Maris at least. He's done that well. Maris flicks that to Vega, who forgets to actually take a touch of the football. Oh, that's the sort of frustration levels we've been having to deal with in this game. It was happening all the time against Yeovil as well. It just, I need my, oh, come on, that's terrible. I need my best players back. It's really strange how when everyone's fit and everyone's there, the team plays amazingly. You miss one cog or two cogs from that 11-man machine and it just doesn't work anywhere near as well. We certainly have a superb starting 11 when everyone is available and fit and on form. But when things start to not work for that first game plan, I don't really tend to have an answer. I don't have a plan B. Vega. Oh, and it just won't squeeze through. It's going to be a 0-0 draw against Swindon. Oh, infuriating that just I can't do it every single time. MK Dons, MK Dons, MK Dons. 1-0 against Accrington. The point at the top widens in their favour now. It just yo-yos back and forth. It's a 3-point gap now to them. Youth player wants out. Achim Baumann. We're going to have to call him up to the first team now. Oh my lord. I'm so frustrated that I haven't been able to drive forward and take advantage of the fact that we were 5 points clear just a few short games ago. And now we find ourselves 3 points behind. Edward's the last person to train, so it will be Suarez, Garcia and Uno next. Not going the way we want it to at the minute. We put it so up and down. The next episode, it could go the way we want it to. But the next episode will be the last one of this league season. It will be the last one. We shall be having, what, 6 games? 1, 2, 7 games. 6 in the month of April and 1 in May. Forest Green are up there near the top. Gillingham are a decent side. It's going to be a real decision as to who we play and who we don't. Rochdale are right up there too. And Gillingham. Oh, jeeps. Playing all of the sides around us in the final few months of the season. And I just cannot predict what's going to happen with this league title race. But it will be decided tomorrow. And I'll see you then.